Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Very Reasonable Pilots podcast. I'm your host, Charles Long. With me, as always, is my co-host and editor and producer of the podcast, a mollusk. How are you doing today, Mr.
I don't know
Mollusk?
why, but when you do the intro, for some reason I hold my breath. I just noticed that. I was like, why do I do that? I don't know. I guess since you're speaking a lot, and, you're doing it all in one breath, I have, sympathy breathing. Okay,
that's nice. I would like to think it's you, holding your breath, waiting for me to fuck it up somehow. So we have to restart.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's sympathy. Who knows? Whichever one makes you happier.
Not the sympathy.
No,
it's Jake.
Make any sense.
It's right. Jake Gloth, everyone. It's not a mollusk. The mollusk died last weekend.
Why would you tell them that?
He got into the trash and he ate a chocolate bar and he died.
They can't eat chocolate?
No, of course not.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
I don't know what a mollusk is, if I'm being 100% honest with you.
Yeah, well, you were very confident about it, so
yeah,
I'll give you that.
That's like 80% of anything. It's confidence.
Do you want me to cut that part out where you said you didn't know what it was?
No, I want everyone to know I don't know what I know. It's got a shell. I know a mollusk has a shell, but it's like a water creature. But
you know what's a water creature that doesn't have a shell?
What would that be?
A dolphin.
Oh, well, that's a pretty good segue, seeing as I have a thing here written down. It says on my notebook, Dolphin High School.
Just held up in terrible handwriting, Dolphin High School. I can't even tell that says high school. Does that really say high school?
Yeah, it says high school. How can you not
why
tell it says high
Why
school?
are the G and H one letter?
It's there. I write quickly. I'm sorry.
There's a huge space between the H and the G and H, and the I is kind of squished against the G as well.
Here, you want to take and all the letters are connected by lines.
And you spelled dolphin wrong.
Of course I did. Well, how are you supposed? How am I supposed to spell it? That's how they spell it over here in the UK.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a good excuse.
It is a good excuse. You're right. All right, so
you know what's funny though?
What?
You didn't spell dolphin wrong. I just said that to fuck with you, and you believe me.
Yeah, I did. I was like, I'm pretty sure I spelled it right, but okay. I'm not going to argue. Jake's smart. He's got 5 jobs.
Yep.
He's got 8 jobs.
All 6 jobs. All 7.
All 9 jobs.
Yep.
Yeah. He's the one putting bread on the table. I'm the housewife.
Yeah, you are. Now tell me about Dolphin High School.
Dolphin High School... Dolphins are the second most evolved species on the planet, next to human beings. That is an arguable point. But they arguably have the most evolved brains besides us. Dolphin society is a thing. Dolphins bully each other and have jokes and stuff. And they're capable of communicating.
Wait, is this pitch really about dolphins?
Yes. It's
okay,
about...
I thought and I guessed. I sent him a text yesterday, I think. That was like, I don't think this is going to be about dolphins or high schools.
Yeah.
What sane person would pitch a pilot about dolphins?
Dolphin High School. So, the idea came to me that, okay, if dolphins evolve and become, the second species on this planet that is able to, understand in itself and, think philosophical thoughts and, be on an intellectual level the same as human beings, well then, as human beings, as the, first evolved species, I feel we would have to help guide them towards making better decisions than our species has,
Maybe, yeah.
If there were if dolphins, evolved first, there would be dolphin slavery would have been a thing. Dolphin
slavery. Okay.
Dolphin slavery. They would have had wars, racism, all sorts of crazy shit, and that's bad. So I think and I don't know if this will happen in my lifetime, but in the future, dolphins will evolve to a point in which they can communicate with humans effectively. And at that point, we have to teach them the lessons we've learned as a species to help better themselves and help make sure that they don't make the same mistakes we have. So, I think the most efficient and best way to do that would be to have Dolphin Highschool, in which all of the students are dolphins, and all of the teachers are human beings in like big suits that let them breathe underwater. So do you remember, have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Of course you have.
No, never seen that movie.
Okay, well at the beginning, Nemo goes to like school, right? That's a thing. It's not just a school of fish, he like learned shit. And I'm imagining it's the same thing, where it's like, it's an underwater research facility, where the dolphins live in their own like dolphin houses. I don't know how dolphins sleep. I don't know what their situation is. Maybe they've got dolphin apartments or something. And then the humans live in this giant like glass dome, and they put on their suits and they go out and they spend the day teaching dolphins about human. I have a list of things that they would teach.
Okay.
About human languages, history, music, science. I feel like they would like focus mainly on marine biology, and there'd be one class that wasn't based around marine biology, and literature, as well as mathematics and engineering. You know?
Yeah.
I think that this is the society that is right before dolphins are able to walk among us as equals. You know? So they're still dealing with some prejudices that a dolphin can't be as smart as a man because it's a dolphin. Look at him, he's got a fucking flipper. But, you know, okay. you take a human brain and a dolphin brain, you put them next to each other, they look very similar. Dolphins, actually, I don't know why I know so much about dolphins, but mostly for the research for this pitch. In 2012, scientists...
You did research for this pitch?
No, I did research while I was high on dolphins, and a pitch came to me. In 2012, a scientist tried to get dolphins peopleship, which is, I think, interesting. Look it up. Look it up, people. It's BBC. The scientists argue that peopleship is the ability to recognize oneself. Like a tiger, for instance. If a tiger looks itself in the mirror, it doesn't see itself, it sees another tiger. But where I look at myself in the mirror, I see this guy, this fucking chucklehead. And the dolphins can be like, oh, that's me. I'm in the mirror. I'm gonna go be a horrible monster. Because dolphins aren't nice animals, you know? They're mean.
Yeah.
They're mean.
They save people in movies.
In movies. Have you ever seen a little film called King of the Hill? It's not a film, it's a show.
Yeah,
it's a TV show. Have you seen King of the Hill? You seen the episode of King of the Hill where Hank gets raped by a dolphin?
No. What the fuck?
He doesn't. Well, I guess it's
Who
like
made this?
What do you mean? Who made it? The guy who made Beavis and Butthead and Office Space. Guy who made King of the Hill. I don't know. He gets molested by a dolphin in the episode, and that happens. There have been multiple times in history, in modern history, in which people have had psychosexual relationships with dolphins because they're just that intelligent.
Clarify,
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Charlie is not a valid source for this kind of information, so
it's still true.
Don't go around telling people this stuff because it's probably not true.
It's so true. You can look it up.
Okay, but look it up first. Don't just tell someone else this. Yeah.
Look it up. Look into the LSD experiments the government did to try and teach dolphins how to speak English. That's a fact from the 70s.
I like how this conversation has been like 90% like dolphin information.
Yeah.
And like 10% pitch.
I just realized how much I know about dolphins. But I mean, I think the pitch is mostly just trying to like juggle the stories of like human beings living in like an enclosed space together underwater with no other people besides their fellow teachers to like help them out. And then the secondary story of the series, like this series would be split into two halves. There's the dolphin half where we get to know like 3 or 4 dolphins, and it's a coming of age high school drama. It's a high school dramedy.
Stand By Me, but with dolphins.
Exactly. It's like 13 Reasons Why, but nobody killed themselves. What's a good one? Sex Education. Have you seen that show? It's like
No,
that.
I've heard of it though.
Yeah, it's like that. It's a high school drama, coming of age sort of meme. And you get
Okay.
your like dolphins, and you kind of give them all like I imagine the dolphins would have very normal names.
Like Bill.
Yeah. There's like, oh, it's Terry.
Terry the dolphin.
Oh, look, Craig's here. Hey, Craig the dolphin, do a trick. And then he'd like, I don't know how, but he figures out a way to flip him off.
I don't want a trick.
I don't want to
do a trick.
I don't want to turn tricks on the streets.
Oh, okay. We're going there with this. Okay.
No, there aren't streets underwater, Jake. What are you, silly?
You could have them.
Yeah,
I
but
saw
you need
Aquaman.
I didn't. You would need an underwater car for underwater streets.
No, you can just walk. Or swim.
Why walk when you could? But then your feet aren't touching the ground if you're swimming,
Look,
and then the
I'm
street
saying,
is
right,
useless.
if you're living underwater though, you're gonna need some rules on how you move around. If there's a lot of people, you're just gonna be bumping into each other. So you need lanes and traffic.
It's a lot of dolphins, not a lot of people.
Okay, but we were just talking about how personship is being able to recognize yourself. So aren't they people?
I would say they're intelligent individuals, well, not.
Yeah, you're just
necessarily
stepping back
being
in what you
people.
said earlier, so you're right in this
No.
instant. But I'm right.
The Dolphins didn't get peopleship. They weren't granted peopleship, so no, they're not people yet. The UN
No, but
has
this
to
is the
decide.
future. Also, the Dolphins don't need to learn stuff at a high school yet either.
Yeah, yet.
Yes. Okay, so they'll have personship, and so they can be called people.
We'll call them people, or amphibious Americans.
Americans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, there's, it's Native Americans, Indian Americans, Asian Americans, amphibious Americans. You get all sorts of different types of Americans. That's why it's such a great country. It's a melting pot.
We're gonna have dolphin racism.
I mean, yes.
And will dolphin racism help destroy normal racism?
I think dolphin racism would be bad for the dolphins, but good for the whole of mankind.
Yeah, because everyone would be too mad about the dolphins
Yeah.
to be mad about, other races of.
Yeah, or
mankind.
other, genders, or, people who are oh, I'm not really worried about gays anymore because there's a man who's in love with a dolphin, and the government let them get married. Not that I'm saying that's a bad thing. I mean, if a creature is intelligent, I think you should be able to marry it. That's just my opinion. I'm not pro-bestiality, I'm pro-consent. If the dolphin can consent, then, fire away, gentlemen, ladies. Although, get out of the way, because dolphins they're mean. And the ejaculate moves very fast.
What?
A dolphin ejaculating is like a shotgun going off. You don't want to be in the way of that. That one you might want to look up. I'm not 100% positive on that one. I've heard it, but I don't know where. Yeah, so we get this sort of. I'm imagining the series is half kind of horror, half high school comedy.
So we've got, is the high school comedy aspect, is that coming from the coming of age story, or is that coming from the people story?
No, the people are slowly being driven insane because they aren't allowed to leave below. And I'm imagining this is pretty this is deep underwater. This isn't oh, you can pop up to the shops or whatever. It's gonna take a week to get back and have your body not explode from the bends because you've been underwater for so long that the pressure. Everyone knows what the bends is, I'm assuming. Do you know what the bends is?
Yes, Charles.
Okay.
Keep going.
Just check them. So they're kind of stuck there on this desert island with a desert island idea place that's underwater, and they have a small number of
desert
supplies.
island idea place that's underwater. That's what you just said.
Yeah, I know what I said, and I said what I meant. And a dolphin's not faithful, just like 50 Cent. I don't know if 50 Cent is faithful. I just needed a rhyme.
Okay.
So these people are all stuck underwater. They're like, we can't go anywhere, and we have to train these dolphins that could kill us. You know? It's like going to a high school and being the teacher in a high school, but everyone in the high school, like all the students, could murder you at any second. Which I guess is real, but it's more...
we live in the U.S., Charles.
You live in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
But, like, these dolphins, I'm imagining the like, classrooms, they would have an oxygen, like, tube that comes out of the back of their suit and goes up to, like, a big oxygenator machine that, like, collects oxygen from the water. And so, like, they're just living off of, like, the bare minimum requirements because they're a hardened team of, like, experts and people really interested in the evolution of dolphin kind. And then it's like slowly but surely these people are kind of losing their minds as they become more and more like disconnected from the rest of humanity. But the dolphin half of the show is like a fun coming of age drama where it's like, quick, we gotta raise $40,000 or else they're gonna tear down the rec center, or like.
The like, Dolphin Rec Center.
Yeah.
I would like if they just, like, threw the word dolphin in front of everything. Like, we gotta go to the Dolphin hot dog stand, or the Dolphin Rec Center.
We're gonna go to the Dolphin basketball court. You wanna come? Okay. What's the difference between Dolphin basketball and regular basketball? There isn't really. We're not very good at basketball.
There's not really a difference.
It's just the ball just floats up, and then we kind of watch it.
Or they're really belligerent about it. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Dolphin basketball, you got dolphins.
Exactly, dumbass.
Basketball, you got humans. Come on.
Maybe we could have
this guy.
One story we could have is like a human teenager is accidentally transferred to the Dolphin Highschool.
Okay, that is the plot of an animated TV show.
Yeah, it's the plot of, what's it called? It's the plot of my gym partner's a monkey or something.
Yeah, he got transferred to like an animal school by accident, I think.
Yeah, right? It's his
We
name.
can do a one-off episode that's like that, except he dies horribly at the end.
He just like, he gets super freaked out and tries to swim up, and he gets the bends, and like all his blood explodes out his eyes. And they're like, oh, what a fucking amateur.
Yeah.
And I'm like imagining the Dolphin High School, they have a rival high school that's like a military boarding school. Because this is a real thing. More dolphin facts for you. The military has been trying to train the Russian military, along with other militaries, have been trying to train dolphins to, plant bombs and do other crazy shit like that. So I imagine in the future, there's this military base that's just like, we're training dolphins to be the best soldiers in the world. We don't need no Navy SEALs anymore, the dolphins ate them all. Back to dolphins, because they're an interesting animal. And they're a mammal, which, think about that for a second. Two most evolved creatures on this planet are both mammals. Interesting, don't you think? Although they don't have opposable thumbs, which is to put a damper in their attempts for world domination.
I don't know, you could do things differently. You don't need thumbs.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think in the future there's either going to be, like, they're going to give dolphins telekinetic powers that allow them to, like, maintain a sphere of water around them so they can travel on land, or they're just going to have their own dolphin society underwater. But I'm listening to what I'm saying, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm a fucking crazy person.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm hearing what I'm saying, and I'm like, man, I'm fucking nuts, aren't I?
Yep.
But, Dolphin High School...
Wait, are you talking about, like, just with the telekinesis thing, or just because when you listen to the podcast, you're like, damn, this guy's fucking insane?
It's just, I know, I've said a lot of things about dolphins that some people would consider crazy. I just took a sip of my beetroot tea. It was delicious. It's beetroot, apple, cinnamon, ginger. It's lovely. So I think...
That was probably the weirdest thing you've said so far.
What? My tea?
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna say that the beetroot tea is above the dolphin conversation.
The dolphin telekinesis.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But I think it would be in the Dolphin High School. You would have to like humanize these dolphins as you slowly but surely make the humans less and less likable and less like stuck in less tethered to reality, because they don't have sun or night there at all because they're underwater. They just have it's blue always. And sometimes like a giant octopus will swim by them and it'll be like, okay.
Well, if they're really deep, it's probably just going to be really dark as well. That could add on to it as well. There's a lot of lights, maybe.
Like lots of fluorescent lights.
Maybe dolphins. I don't know if dolphins have like some ability to see better in the dark or something. But you could have like the human side of the story is like really dark, and the dolphin side is like kind of normal and like it's like blue. It's like maybe animated.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah. Like we have humans slowly losing their minds as they try and teach dolphins like, okay, well this is what the Civil War was, and this is who Mansa Musa was. And they're like, because they couldn't just do like American history or European history or African history or whatever. They would have to do the whole of human history to try and get them to, be better than humankind.
Yeah.
While the rival military school, they're just like, strap a bomb to your face and swim into that thing, which is a real thing. Dolphin kamikazes. The government did it. They love it. They love it. Facts. And you can have like the facts.
I know about those.
These are facts. I'm looking up the dolphin kamikaze. No,
just keep talking. I don't want to have a whole tangent where you're on about these dolphin kamikazes in the U.S. military.
It's true. Kamikaze dolphins. In 2016, retired Colonel Victor Barnetz, who observed Soviet and then Russian military dolphin training, told The Guardian that the Soviet-Russian dolphins were trained to carry out kamikaze attacks against enemy ships carrying explosive charges to their targets. It took a lot out of me. Kamikaze dolphins, though. Shit's crazy.
So there's a rival high school now?
Yeah, the rival military school. That's just, it's one guy underwater, and he's got like 2 underlings, and they're just like training this army of dolphins. And maybe the like humans in our Dolphin High School, let's call it Loyola Blakefield.
Okay.
And that's the name of the school, and we'll call the bad school Loyola Baked Field. I did the weed symbol when I did baked field because it's baked. It's not. And maybe they're like both vying for a UN contract that like is a huge grant.
Yeah.
And like both schools are like focusing on a small team of dolphins that they're training, and be like, all right, if we could teach this dolphin Mandarin, we're gonna get that government contract. Because they wouldn't just do English if it was a dolphin high school. They would do all languages, Maybe you could pick a language. Or maybe there would be, like, elective, like, you can learn dolphin. You can learn, like, Atlantic Ocean dolphin instead of, like, Pacific
there's, like,
Southwest.
multiple different dolphin languages, and they can all learn them. Yeah.
That sounds fun. But math, science, and engineering, I think, would be kind of difficult to teach dolphins,
I'd like if like all the dolphin languages were like, it's like English dolphin, French dolphin, German dolphin, like those are just like the names of like the dolphin languages.
Yeah.
And they're almost exactly the same as like English or French or German, but there's like the dolphin noise they make at the end is the only change.
I like that. I would like it if like maybe all of the languages sound exactly the same to humans.
Yeah. Like
Southeast Asian dolphin is the same. It's like, and like North Atlantic dolphins like, and like people are like, yeah, that's the same fucking thing.
And the dolphin's like, no,
what are you,
different.
Fucking racist? God. Learn some things about different cultures, why don't you? But, Yeah, I think it would be interesting to have like a dolphin literature class, you know, where you teach dolphins.
And they're called the names of like the famous dolphins are like, it's like Ernest Dolphin Hemingway.
Ernest Dolphin Way.
Yep.
William Dolphin Shakespeare. This is the story Hamlet Dolphin. It's about a dolphin named Hamlet Dolphin.
Maybe they've got a history class. They're like, yeah, you know, you got to watch out. Those dolphin fascists are a real big problem. Got to worry about those guys.
Those.
They still worship Dolphin Hitler.
Yeah, they love him. They're all about him. And Dolphin Hitler has like. I'm trying to think what Hitler mustache he could have, but he's a dolphin.
It's just the Hitler stash, but on a dolphin, yeah.
You know, and he's got like blonde hair. He's had blonde hair surgically attached to his head. Yeah, so I think that's my pitch, really. Dolphin High School, where we have half the school is half the story is dolphin coming of age, and the other half is humans slowly going insane.
I like it, but this is by far the weirdest pitch we've ever done. And I think in the description, I'm probably going to say something like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't... Because normally I try to, like, summarize the idea.
Yeah.
But
just say Dolphin High School! Exclamation point, exclamation
that's
point,
it.
Exclamation point. Yeah, that's
Dolphin
all they
High
need.
School.
That's all they need to know.
I'll just go Dolphin High School, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point.
Yeah, okay, I like it.
I think they'll like that.
I think they will like that, and I think I will too. So, thank you everyone for listening to another episode of the Very Reasonable Pilots Podcast. I've been your host, Charles Lung, and Dolphin aficionado. And with me as always has been my co-host, executive producer, editor, and mascot, a mollusk.
Mascot.
Have a good night, sweet dreams, and make sure that none of you forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. We don't have an Instagram. I have an Instagram. Jake doesn't. Follow us on anything that you can find us on. Just type VRP into the search bar and then scroll
we probably
down.
Won't come out something else. Probably go to like the third page on Google and maybe we'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. Hit VRP and then scroll all the way down until you find us. And then follow us. And maybe say hello to your mother for me. Good night.
It's because Charlie really thinks you should, be a good child. Not because he's,
Not because I'm banging your mom.
Nope.
I am, but that's not why I told
not related.
you to tell her good night. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.